Welcome to
Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? How you
I
doing?
talk about so many different things
How you
within
been?
life and living and
What's
also
going
discussing
on?
with unrelated
What's
people in
good?
the stories of life.
Are you
Please
getting it
subscribe
in?
and check me out.
Somebody
Later
getting it
over
for
on
you?
YouTube and Wishes. So welcome
What's
to the
going
Gateway Clubhouse
on,
House and
people?
follow me on Instagram. See you
Subscribe
later.
to my channel.
Okay, I come here with devastating news. 23-year-old Jim Terry's Hampton. Now, he basically, from Mississippi, he shot a transgender woman in the suspect hate crime attack. Now, this story is being reported as of May the 11th, 2019. A transgender woman in Mississippi was hospitalized after shot in the leg in a suspected hate crime incident. 23-year-old victim was shot by a stranger during an altercation on Waffle House in Southampton, Mississippi on Friday, May the 10th. Now, the victim was targeted for anti-transgender abuse inside the restaurant, according to reports, before being shot in the legs in the parking lot while attempting to leave. 23-year-old Gentaris Hampton of Memphis has been charged with aggravated assault over the incident. Federal hate crime charges has been considered. Police told local media that the federal hate crime charges will also be considered. South Haven Police Captain Mark Little told SPD will conduct a district attorney office next week and recommendation. Now, a friend of the victim told the outlet that it is just hate crime. That all I can say, it was a hate crime, and she was targeted before being a transgender. She was shot in the leg, both legs, and the bullets went through her legs and broke her femur. She's going to be okay. She's going to have surgery. She's going to get a rod plate in her leg. Over the past few years, at least three transgender women has been murdered in Mississippi. Mercedes Mercedes Williams, Mercedes Williamson, Misha Cardwell, and Dee Wiggins. Here's Dee Wiggins' pictures right here. She was the nurse that was killed by the guy. And also, however, the state law does not recognize hate crimes based on gender identity and sexual orientation. Now, lawmakers in the state Republican-controlled legislature as far as repeatedly killed bills to add hate crime protections for LGBTQ people. Now, most recently in February this year, federal charges can be brought to anti LGBT hate crime cases. However, under the law signed by Barack Obama back in 2009, police and local media in the case had initially incorrectly identified the victims in the shooting as a man. Local reports back in 2018 investigation found that transgender victims of hate crimes are still routinely misgendered by the police forces across the U.S. Pro Publica reviews that the murders of 85 transgender people since January 2015, finding that 74 of the cases, the victims were identified by their former names and gender as their birth gender. Now, many police forces insisted on using the name of the gender listed in the victim's ID, even when it is several years later, of course, being out of date. Campaigners say dead naming and misgender transgender people can cause significant harm to police investigation during the most critical pause because it fosters mistrust as the police within the transgender community and the victim's social circle. However, I found a little bit of information in reference to the woman that was shot at the Waffle House and stuff. Work with me here. I do not want to give her name because she is a victim and she may not be wanting her name out there like that. And on this website, basically they give her name and stuff and pictures, stuff like that. But I will not be giving her name. Now, she's basically stating allegedly that she was verbally abused by Hampton. And she walked into the Waffle House on Hamilton Road near Main Street on South Haven around 3 a.m. CST, made attempt to simply get some food and head home. An argument and a fight ensured after transphobic disrespect aimed at her and at the Hampton threw a glass of water in her face. You hear that? He threw water in her face. She defended herself, attempted to walk away and to get in her car to leave the Waffle House and was cut off by Hampton, causing a traffic accident. Hamden subsequently pulled out a gun as she got off her car and attempted to use it as a shield. Ham- okay, she was shot in the legs twice. One of the bullets broke her femur bone and will require surgery to fix. Now, she was taken to the Regional 1 Hospital, Memphis, for treatment. Prayers are going up for family and her. Hope that she get a speedy recovery. Oh, okay, working here because I'm trying to make sure I do not say her name. Jatarius Hampton is from Memphis and was arrested on Friday afternoon and charged with aggravated assault, manifest extreme indifference to life. He spent the weekend in DeSoto County Jail without bail and is appearing in court back in May the 15th, which is basically, that would be yesterday. This was now also Campton's first breath with the law. At the age of 19, Lynn's college student was arrested after the shoot someone in the leg during a campus altercation. Mississippi does have a hate crime law, but it doesn't cover gender identity, sexual orientation, disability. Mississippi police and sheriff department are not required to report hate crimes to the FBI. Two bills to update as far as Magnolia State Hate Crimes Law, House Bill 1494 and the State Bill 2163 failed to advance the outer community in the Republican-controlled Mississippi legislature. Now, Mississippi current hate crime laws does allow prosecutors to seek enhanced penalties against a person who committed a crime, another person based on actual or perceived race, color, ancestry, ethnicity, religion, national origin, or gender. But back to discussion what happened in South Haven. The black trans community is beyond sick and tired of black trans women and black trans men being assaulted and the black people because they have personal problems with them existing. You also need to work out whatever toxic masculinity issues you have with the therapy. Black trans world is not here to be punching bags to make you feel better within your miserable view self. FYI, if you're a trans attracted man trying to hook up with us, spot an anti-trans result when you are hanging out in your homies, when you're trying to get with us as a slide later, try to get with us on the slide later is not good look for you as far as real turn off. Black trans people are black people. We exist. We aren't going anywhere or back in the closet. If you have a problem with us living our life, well, that's on you. It does not give you cis black people carte blanche to disrespect us, put your hands on us, or to try to kill us. Now, also, I want to share with you as far as the news read, as far as this story going out. Check this out, guys.
About an early morning shooting at the Waffle House in South Haven. Information that could lead to this case being treated as a hate crime. WMC Action News 5's Joyce Peterson is live at Regional 1 with the details. Joyce.
Yeah, Kanji, we learned today that the victim is a transgender woman and her gunshot wound so severe she requires more surgery here at Regional 1. Now, a friend of hers at her bedside tonight, too afraid of retaliation to talk on camera, told me by telephone they do consider this shooting a hate crime. Friends of the 22-year-old victim say she walked into the South Haven Waffle House early Friday morning and was verbally abused by a stranger simply because she's a transgender woman. South Haven police confirm an argument followed, and that when the victim tried to walk away, the suspect shot her.
She was shot in her leg, over her legs, and the bullets went through her leg and broke her femur. She's going to be okay. She has to have surgery to get a rod and a plate put in her leg.
South Haven police arrested 23-year-old Jatarius Hampton of Memphis and charged him with aggravated assault. The victim and her friends say he should be charged with a hate crime. Captain Mark Little says SPD will consult with the district attorney's office next week for a recommendation. And if it's deemed a hate crime, the feds may join the case. They'll have to, because Mississippi's state hate crimes law doesn't include protection for sexual orientation or gender identity or disability. And Mississippi police and sheriff's departments aren't required to report hate crimes to the FBI. The 2015 murder of Mercedes Williamson, a 17-year-old transgender woman, never reported. And the 2016 murder of transgender woman Dee Wiggum, killed by a man who admitted he lost it when he found out she wasn't born a woman, her murder wasn't prosecuted as a hate crime. A recent opinion piece in the Clarion Ledger said, "Enough is enough. Update Mississippi's hate crimes law." Those who care about the Waffle House transgender victim agree. It's time.
It's just a hate crime. That's all I can say. It was a hate crime and she was targeted for being transgender.
Now, two bills designed to update Mississippi's hate crimes law both failed in committee this legislative session. As for Jim Hampton, he will remain in the DeSoto County Jail over the weekend. He's set to face a judge.
Okay, so if you're a trans woman, so please be careful out there in Mississippi, because there seems to be no problem with guns. Basically, Mercedes, she was killed down in Mississippi, and also Dee Wynn, she was a nurse and stuff, and she was murdered with some alleged lie story about he didn't know what she was. And also Misha, she was killed out there, Misha Carwell. And I have a big problem with the Waffle House. Whenever I see it, I think of chills, I think of shooting, I think of killing. Now, I did stories in reference to a lot of people that's been, you know, Mozzie, young Mozzie, he's a rapper, up-and-coming rapper and stuff. He was shot in the Waffle House and stuff. I think that was in Atlanta, Georgia, and also 4 people was murdered, you know, in the Waffle House. I don't know if you know about this, but it's also happened at the Waffle House every time I see that place. And also, rest in peace, Young Greatness, he was killed at the Waffle House. I don't know if you know about that, but you know it now. Now here is a guy basically has no problem using his gun, shooting people because they feel as though that is the answer, and it's not the answer, but yet and still he feels as though he has the right to shoot. And basically wanted to kill her. My personal opinion, not saying it's accurate, you know, but he didn't usually don't pull out a gun to threaten somebody, usually pull out a gun to try to kill him. She was lucky she was not murdered, but he shot her, and he's 23 years old, and basically he had a life of crime and stuff like that. And, you know, it's really sad that we just can't coexist in this world and just live and let live and stuff, but we live in a world that's lived very negatively, and people have their values and stuff and the way they want to push their word on you, but don't want that word pushed on them. And yet and still they had a confrontation allegedly, and basically he threw water in her face and something in the store, so I'm not sure how that far that went. Maybe it got really detail oriented, maybe she just went in on him and basically got the best of him. He got mad, ran out to his car to shoot her, because basically it wasn't probably they win the fight. You know, when men can't fight with their hands, they go get a gun. She tried to leave. He just ran up on the side. I'm speculating. But clearly she must have got the upper hand over him, and he got mad and, you know, come out to stop the car and to shoot him. And for what? And for what? This is unbelievable on so many levels and stuff, but I wonder how you feel about this. I love to hear you feel about this. This makes no sense whatsoever. Please be safe, you out there in Mississippi, and please be safe if you go outside the Waffle House. My personal opinion, I do not feel safe in there, only because every time I turn around, there's some gun violence. It's always somebody sitting there with a gun that should be sitting there with a gun shooting up people. So if you see the Waffle House, beware. I know you said, Raven, you got to stop being so scared. I'm telling you. You don't keep getting warning signs for no reason at all. I try to keep you aware and awake. Anyway, I love your feedback on this. Subscribe to my channel, comment below. Let you know I love you, and thank you for watching. Catch the rain.